Hyderabad is the capital of the southern Indian state of Telangana and de jure capital of Andhra Pradesh, occupying 650 square kilometers along the banks of the Musi River. It has a population of about 6.8 million and a metropolitan population of about 7.75 million, making it the fourth most populous city and sixth most populous urban agglomeration in India. At an average altitude of 542 meters, much of Hyderabad is situated on hilly terrain around artificial lakes, including Hussain Sagar, predating the city's founding, north of the city centre. Established in 1591 by Muhammad Qutb Shah, Hyderabad remained under the rule of the Qutb Shahi dynasty for nearly a century before the Mughals captured the region. In 1724, Mughal Viceroy Asif Jah I declared his sovereignty and created his own dynasty, known as the Nizams of Hyderabad. The Nizam's dominions became a princely state during the British Raj, and remained so for 150 years, with the city serving as its capital. The city continued as the capital of Hyderabad state after it was brought into the Indian Union in 1948, and became the capital of Andhra Pradesh after the States Reorganisation Act, 1956. Since 1956, Rashtrapati Nilayam in the city has been the winter office of the President of India. In 2014, the newly formed state of Telangana split from Andhra Pradesh and the city became joint capital of the two states, a transitional arrangement scheduled to end by 2025. Relics of Qutb Shahi and Nizam rule remain visible today, with the Charminar, commissioned by Muhammad Qutb Shah, coming to symbolize Hyderabad. Golconda Fort is another major landmark. The influence of Mughlai culture is also evident in the city's distinctive cuisine, which includes Hyderabadi biryani and Hyderabadi halim. The Qutb Shahis and Nizams established Hyderabad as a cultural hub, attracting men of letters from different parts of the world. Hyderabad emerged as the foremost center of culture in India with the decline of the Mughal Empire in the mid-19th century, with artists migrating to the city from the rest of the Indian subcontinent. While Hyderabad is losing its cultural preeminence, it is today, due to the Telugu film industry, the country's second-largest producer of motion pictures. Hyderabad was historically known as a pearl and diamond trading center, and it continues to be known as the City of Pearls. Many of the city's traditional bazaars, including Laad Bazaar, Begum Bazaar and Sultan Bazaar, have remained open for centuries. However, industrialization throughout the 20th century attracted major Indian manufacturing, research and financial institutions, including Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, the National Geophysical Research Institute and the Centre for Cellular and Molecular Biology. Special economic zones dedicated to information technology have encouraged companies from across India and around the world to set up operations, and the emergence of pharmaceutical and biotechnology industries in the 1990s led to the area's naming as India's Genome Valley. With an output of $74 billion, Hyderabad is the fifth largest contributor to India's overall gross domestic product. History. Toponymy. According to John Everett Heath, the author of Oxford Concise Dictionary of World Place Names, Hyderabad means Haydar's city, or Lion City, from Haydar and Abad. It was named to honor the Caliph Ali ibn Abi Talib, who was also known as Haydar because of his lion-like valor in battles. Andrew Peterson, a scholar of Islamic architecture, says the city was originally called Bagnaga. One popular theory suggests that Muhammad Qutb Shah, the founder of the city, named it Baganaga, or Bagnaga, after Bagmati, a local Noch girl with whom he had fallen in love. She converted to Islam and adopted the title Hyder Mahal. The city was renamed Hyderabad in her honor. According to another source, the city was named after Hyder, the son of Qutb Shah. Early in medieval history, archaeologists excavating near the city have unearthed Iron Age sites that may date from 500 BCE. The region comprising modern Hyderabad and its surroundings was known as Golconda, and was ruled by the Chalukya dynasty from 624 CE to 1075 CE. Following the dissolution of the Chalukya Empire into four parts in the 11th century, Golconda came under the control of the Kakatiya dynasty from 1158, whose seat of power was at Warangal, 148 kilometers northeast of modern Hyderabad. The Kakatiya dynasty was reduced to a vassal of the Khilji dynasty in 1310 after its defeat by Sultan Alaeddin Khilji of the Delhi Sultanate. This lasted until 1321, when the Kakatiya dynasty was annexed by Malik Kafur, Alaeddin Khilji's general. During this period, Alaeddin Khilji took the Koh-i-Noor diamond, which is said to have been mined from the Kollur mines of Golconda, to Delhi. Muhammad bin Tughlaq succeeded to the Delhi Sultanate in 1325, bringing Warangal under the rule of the Tughlaq dynasty until 1347, when Alauddin Bahman Shah, a governor under bin Tughlaq, rebelled against Delhi and established the Bahmana Sultanate in the Deccan Plateau, with Gulbarga, 200 kilometers west of Hyderabad, as its capital. The Bahmana kings ruled the region until 1518 and were the first independent Muslim rulers of the Deccan. Sultan Kli, a governor of Golconda, revolted against the Bahmana Sultanate and established the Qutb Shahi dynasty in 1518. He rebuilt the mud fort of Golconda and named the city Muhammadnagar. The fifth Sultan, Muhammad Kli Qutb Shah, established Hyderabad on the banks of the Musi River in 1591, to avoid the water shortages experienced at Golconda. During his rule, he had the Charminar and Mecca Masjid built in the city. On the 21st of September 1687, the Golconda Sultanate came under the rule of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb after a year-long siege of the Golconda fort. The annexed area was renamed Deccan Suba and the capital was moved from Golconda to Aurangabad, about 550 kilometers northwest of Hyderabad. Modern history. In 1713, Farrukh Shah, the Mughal emperor, appointed Asif Jah I to be viceroy of the Deccan, with the title Nizam-ul-Mulk. In 1724, Asif Jah I defeated Mubaraz Khan to establish autonomy over the Deccan Suba, named the region Hyderabad Deccan, and started what came to be known as the Asif Jahi dynasty. Subsequent rulers retained the title Nizam-ul-Mulk and were referred to as Asif Jahi Nizams, or Nizams of Hyderabad. The death of Asif Jah I in 1748 resulted in a period of political unrest as his sons, backed by opportunistic neighboring states and colonial foreign forces, contended for the throne. The accession of Asif Jah II, who reigned from 1762 to 1803, ended the instability. In 1768 he signed the Treaty of Masulipatinam, surrendering the coastal region to the East India Company in return for a fixed annual rent. In 1769 Hyderabad city became the formal capital of the Nizams. In response to regular threats from Hyder Ali, Baji Rao I, and Basilath Jung, the Nizam signed a subsidiary alliance with the East India Company in 1798, allowing the British Indian Army to occupy Balaram to protect the state's borders, for which the Nizams paid an annual maintenance to the British. Until 1874 there were no modern industries in Hyderabad. With the introduction of railways in the 1880s, 4 factories were built to the south and east of Hussain Sagar Lake. And during the early 20th century, Hyderabad was transformed into a modern city with the establishment of transport services, underground drainage, running water, electricity, telecommunications, universities, industries, and Begumpet Airport. The Nizams ruled their princely state from Hyderabad during the British Raj. After India gained independence, the Nizam declared his intention to remain independent rather than become part of the Indian Union. The Hyderabad State Congress, with the support of the Indian National Congress and the Communist Party of India, began agitating against Nizam VII in 1948. On the 17th of September that year, the Indian Army took control of Hyderabad state after an invasion codenamed Operation Polo. With the defeat of his forces, Nizam VII capitulated to the Indian Union by signing an instrument of accession, which made him the Raj Pramukh of the state until the 31st of October 1956. Between 1946 and 1951, the Communist Party of India fomented the Telangana uprising against the feudal lords of the Telangana region. The Constitution of India, which became effective on 26 January 1950, made Hyderabad state one of the Part B states of India, with Hyderabad city continuing to be the capital. In his 1955 report Thoughts on Linguistic States, R. Ambedkar, then chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution, proposed designating the city of Hyderabad as the second capital of India because of its amenities and strategic central location. Since 1956, the Rashtrapati Nilayam in Hyderabad has been the second official residence and business office of the President of India. The President stays once a year in winter and conducts official business particularly relating to southern India. On 1 November 1956, the states of India were reorganized by language. Hyderabad state was split into 3 parts, which were merged with neighbouring states to form the modern states of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. The 9 Telugu and Urdu-speaking districts of Hyderabad state in the Telangana region were merged with the Telugu-speaking Andhra state to create Andhra Pradesh, with Hyderabad as its capital. Several protests, known collectively as the Telangana movement, attempted to invalidate the merger and demanded the creation of a new Telangana state. Major actions took place in 1969 and 1972, and a third began in 2010. The city suffered several explosions. One at Dilsukh in 2002 claimed 2 lives. Terrorist bombs in May and August 2007 caused communal tension and riots, and 2 bombs exploded in February 2013. On 30 July 2013, the United Progressive Alliance government of India declared that part of Andhra Pradesh would be split off to form a new Telangana state, and that Hyderabad city would be the capital city and part of Telangana, while the city would also remain the capital of Andhra Pradesh for no more than 10 years. On 3 October 2013, the Union Cabinet approved the proposal, and in February 2014 both Houses of Parliament passed the Telangana Bill. With the final assent of the President of India in June 2014, Telangana state was formed. Geography. Topography. Situated in the southern part of Telangana in southeastern India, Hyderabad is 1,566 kilometers south of Delhi, 699 kilometers southeast of Mumbai, and 570 kilometers north of Bangalore by road. It lies on the banks of the Musi River, in the northern part of the Deccan Plateau. Greater Hyderabad covers 650 square kilometers, making it one of the largest metropolitan areas in India. With an average altitude of 542 meters, Hyderabad lies on predominantly sloping terrain of grey and pink granite, dotted with small hills, the highest being Banjara Hills at 672 meters. The city has numerous lakes referred to as Sagar, meaning sea. Examples include artificial lakes created by dams on the Musi, such as Hussain Sagar, Osman Sagar and Himayat Sagar. As of 1996, the city had 140 lakes and 834 water tanks. Climate. Hyderabad has a tropical wet and dry climate bordering on a hot semi-arid climate. The annual mean temperature is 26.6 degrees Celsius. Monthly mean temperatures are 21 to 33 degrees Celsius. Summers are hot and humid, with average highs in the mid to high 30s Celsius. Maximum temperatures often exceed 40 degrees Celsius between April and June. The coolest temperatures occur in December and January, when the lowest temperature occasionally dips to 10 degrees Celsius. May is the hottest month, when daily temperatures range from 26 to 39 degrees Celsius. December, the coldest, has temperatures varying from 14.5 to 28 degrees Celsius. Heavy rain from the southwest summer monsoon falls between June and September, supplying Hyderabad with most of its mean annual rainfall. Since records began in November 1891, the heaviest rainfall recorded in a 24-hour period was 241.5 mm on 24 August 2000. The highest temperature ever recorded was 45.5 degrees Celsius on 2 June 1966, and the lowest was 6.1 degrees Celsius on 8 January 1946. The city receives 2,731 hours of sunshine per year. Maximum daily sunlight exposure occurs in February. Conservation: Hyderabad's lakes and the sloping terrain of its low-lying hills provide habitat for an assortment of flora and fauna. The forest region in and around the city encompasses areas of ecological and biological importance, which are preserved in the form of national parks, zoos, mini-zoos and a wildlife sanctuary. Nehru Zoological Park, the city's one large zoo, is the first in India to have a lion and tiger safari park. Hyderabad has 3 national parks, and the Manjira Wildlife Sanctuary is about 50 kilometers from the city. Hyderabad's other environmental reserves are Kotla Vidya Bhaskara Reddy Botanical Gardens, Shamir Pet Lake, Hussain Sagar, Fox Sagar Lake, Neeralam Tank, and Patancheru Lake, which is home to regional birds and attracts seasonal migratory birds from different parts of the world. Organizations engaged in environmental and wildlife preservation include the Telangana Forest Department, Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education, the International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, the Animal Welfare Board of India, the Blue Cross of Hyderabad and the University of Hyderabad.